Good morning, early risers. This is about Section 8. I am not a Section 8 recipient. Neither was my mom or my dad ever one. We lived in a working class / middle class neighborhood. But I got something to say. People need to know with Section 8, that money is pulled from everyone that pays state and federal taxes, property taxes, any kind of taxes to the municipal, your state, your municipal is your city, your state, the federal government. When you receive Section 8, it's not just the government paying your rent. That's everyone. Respect the regular market rate renters. Do not harass them. Stop tearing up the property. Stop smoking weed and all this other stuff. Respect them. You see how the light shines in my window every night? That light shines from the city that receives money from a person paying a regular market rate rent. Section 8 to me is for disabled people that can get around a little bit, or the ones that work part-time or very low income because of educational backgrounds, whatever. I wasn't familiar with Section 8, never knew what it was until the projects came and they started tearing down the projects, and all these people on Section 8 with vouchers and people with good credit that didn't have to have no credit flooded the neighborhoods, and gangs increased, and a lot of things happened. A lot of homeowners started running away. A lot of this stuff is due to the mayors of the city of Chicago that lie. Mayor Jane Byrne going to projects to stay and all kind of old lying stuff they did in Chicago. But understand, when people are helping you pay your rent in the municipal city you live in, the state you live in, the federal government with all the investments. Federal government did the first free school. I did a paper on that when I was getting my MBA years ago. You cannot disturb your neighbors. Smoke weed, sit back and do whatever, just be crazy. Also, mothers that are single parent homes, like fathers, mothers, and my dad was a single parent home because my mom died, you know what I'm saying? Then I got divorced, and then my ex-husband became a single parent home, and I wasn't a drug-head mama. He actually lied on me, and it's on what I tell you. He grew up in Stateway, then Inglewood, and I grew up in a regular neighborhood. And then his mama told him, that was a Section 8 recipient at the time, one time, to go and file for child support on me. Because another woman filed for child support on him because we had joint custody. And while I'm working, I didn't know, my boss came to me and told me I had to pay. Her paperwork was read. And then the judge said, well, since she's been paying, we're going to make her pay. Okay? So I didn't know a lot about the system. And then the man that helps fathers, see their children, that man laughed me off the phone in Chicago, okay? Which was discrimination. I had a cop tell me I was on drugs, and I don't do drugs. That I was another mama, I put a lot of slander. But anyway, let's talk about this Section 8. And all I know is that people pay mortgages, pay off their house, and pay rent. You can work, try to work. If you're disabled or a single mama and you trying to work and you need some help, or single dad, you need some help, you can get you some Section 8. But some people that ain't nothing wrong with them got Section 8 and sitting up on their tail, smoking weed, disturbing the neighbors, and tearing up the neighborhood, kids unruly, wearing out the food pantries, and they rent is less than everybody else. Especially if you're only paying 30% of your income and somebody paying half their income for rent. You know what I'm saying? For example, we got people making less than $2,000 a month. They paying between $800 to $900 a month to live. And probably got a condo and gas and insurance, and they gotta eat, and they probably got kids. Then they hook up with somebody, shacking up, sinning against God, fornication, try to pay these bills. You understand what I'm saying? So when you got people like this sitting around all day, they may get a check a month, don't know what the check is, but if it's, for example, say a person gets a little check, say they get $800 a month, they live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and they got to pay 30% of $800. That's not a lot of money to pay. Then you go and you get you some CETA, whatever it is, to pay your lights, your gas, whatever you need. And then you get a bunch of food stamps. That's a lot of money in your pocket. You can jump on the bus when you want to, go where you want to, buy clothes you want to, do what you want to do, right? Whereas the other person can have their income, but God know the insurance, all this stuff, so they can't do that. They see you disturbing the building, they trying to rest, you get up, laughing all around their door, smoking weed, cigarettes, waking them up, doing everything. Now, is that fair? No. I agree with Donald Trump. Y'all should pay a little bit more rent. Okay? Because 10% of $800 is $80. So at $800, you're paying $240. Then you go down to CETA, the gas company, everybody in the world, and get help. All these programs come from the government investments in people that are working. Okay? Companies pay everybody. And then you get in the paper, say, I won't smoke Section 8, then the neighborhood's drug infested, run down, nothing. I'm starting to wonder. More low income housing, that's draining the government. Then some people say, I should have Section 8. Well, wait a minute. You smoking drugs, and on my lease it says no drugging in the building, and you on Section 8, you just broke your lease. So you don't have a right to be there no more. Another thing, some people that live in regular places, it's not a disabled building or some type of facility for people that are disabled or very, very low income and need some help. You should not be able to stay in a regular apartment building more than 5 years. Some people been riding out the government on these big apartments, and their checks study going up every month or whatever they get, and they're on Section 8. And the building's going down, and then they trashing every owner that buy the building. How you gonna trash somebody? The person that own that property paying taxes for you that has Section 8. A lot of landlords, I want Section 8. Well, guess what, landlord? I'm like Donald Trump. Your Section 8 tenant needs to pay a little bit more money than 30%. I'm talking about these landlords with these regular apartment buildings. Some of them, they just flooded out with Section 8 because they had good credit. Then your building looking like dogs went in there and trampled on it and had a party. And then the squirrels came and started living. And then all the raccoons just took over. All right? Give regular people a chance. Okay? How about the single mama can't get Section 8 because her income too high? And she paying half her income to take care of her babies. How about that same daddy that's single doing the same thing? Okay? Give us a break. Let people get rest. Okay? Stop watching their nose, getting in their business. You don't know what's going on, causing trouble or havoc. You put somebody in Section 8, do you know Section 8 ain't doing nothing about it? They let them people continue. And then it dawned on me, might be some Section 8 recipient kids working in the office. Paying people money under the table to get Section 8. Oh, it's wild. But you know what? Like Donald Trump said, y'all should pay more money. You know, my place is small. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 front room, a kitchen and a bathroom. But I can't sit in the front room because my Section 8 tenant smoking so much weed. So my house be blocked off. Yeah, when I say my Section 8 tenant could pay taxes, she don't. And taxes on food, won't complain about that and they got stamps. How you gonna complain about taxes and you got stamps, aka link? Please. So, it's interesting. After 5 years, it's a regular apartment building like this one, they should move around. And they should be sanctioned on their behavior. Amen. Y'all have a blessed morning.